Hi.
I got my bangs out. Then I cut myself.
They look really cute, actually. I love them.
I went a little too short. I tend to do this bang trim in the morning before work because I have a vision for one day, and so I cut them and I'm left with the aftermath. Like, what is that? But we live.
I think they look cute. The bangs are suiting you,
Okay, thanks.
especially with the little bun. I like it.
So I had to, I might have sweaty hair today, so.
I am sweaty as well. I literally not only just got back from the gym, but then I'm going to turn this. So if you're watching the video version, you can see. Don't judge if there's a mess in my apartment. But look at all this.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Dirt devil.
Yeah, they were not lying when they said they were sending every product that they have. And they also sent me like cleaners. Yeah, it's a lot. And it was a lot to carry up to my apartment.
You had to carry it?
Yep. They delivered it to the package room at the clubhouse. So I saw all those boxes and I was like, holy shit. So I went and got my car, drove it over there, loaded the car up, because there's no way I'm carrying that all the way like over to my building. And then I had to bring everything up. Some of the smaller boxes were all in one big giant box that was humongous and probably like 50 pounds altogether. So I made like 5 trips up and down, carried it all up. It's like 90 something degrees outside.
Jesus.
So needless to say, and this was 15 minutes ago. So needless to say, I'm sweaty.
Wow. I'm
ice water. I took my pants off.
I also am pantsless.
There you go. And I'm blasting the AC. So
wow.
God bless that it's working now.
Yeah, right. Could you imagine? Well, welcome back to the Girls Who Get It podcast. I'm Julia.
I'm Sam. I realized that we also forgot to intro in the last episode.
Oops. We just have so much to discuss. There's no time to intro. You guys know.
If you're here, you know who we are. Like, come on.
No. But that's quite the update. Thanks, Dirt Devil.
I know, right? Thank you so much. If you want some of these things, I already have. So if you want anything, let me know. I am going to be set for Christmas. I have tons to gift people.
Yeah, and you can give one to me as a housewarming gift.
Yeah, I absolutely will. And it's funny because I have been apartment hunting and I'm kind of like back and forth, like, do I really need to move to a bigger place? But now after where am I going to put this stuff? Literally.
You need a new place just for the Dirt Devil.
Like, I literally do not have anywhere to keep this stuff. So.
Wow. How's that going?
Good. So on Friday, I went and I just viewed one place. I think I mentioned it in the last episode. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Went and saw one place on Friday. It was meh. Like really expensive and not really, I don't know. But then yesterday I went and my intention was to go look at 2 places. I ended up looking at like 5 or 6. It was literally an all day. I left around like 9:30, didn't get home till 5.
Oh my God.
I was out all day looking at places. So yeah, I'll send you some of the videos of my favorite ones.
Yeah, please do. Are they like all complexes like you have now, or are they?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about like looking on Trulia or something and seeing if there's like houses for rent, but I don't know. I like having the clubhouse.
Yeah.
I love having the gym, the pool, all of those like added amenities and having maintenance. Because that's the thing is like when you rent, obviously through just like a private landlord, I've had so many bad experiences in the past where they are like not responsive, don't keep up with their property, like aren't maintaining things.
Right.
So it's nice to just be able to like have an online portal and put in a maintenance request and have someone come fix things right away. And Yeah,
That's
so I think I'm gonna stick with the complex situation. But I don't know. I mean, I eliminated a lot of them, but there's two that I really like, and I'm gonna just continue the search because we really only looked. I went with Haley because she's also looking to move too, and we really only looked in like one part of town. So
oh,
there's still like so much more to see.
you should take her place.
Yeah, she does have a nice place. I know, it's so funny. I'm like, and she pays a great price. Like she moved in at the right time. Her rent is so low.
Yeah, why would she ever leave?
I don't know. I think she just wants like a more modern, like nicer, bougier kind of place. I don't know. But
No.
yeah, I mean, I think what she has is great too.
Yeah, she's got a great apartment.
But I don't, my issue is I don't like where her apartment is.
Oh, okay.
Like that area of town to me, it's a little sketchy. But um
Exciting.
yeah, I'm excited though that because my lease isn't going to be up for like another almost 6 months. So I'm starting the journey really early, but I'm so glad that I am because holy, like there's just so much to consider and there's so many options that if I was leaving it till the last minute, I would feel so overwhelmed and like rushed into a decision, I feel like.
Yeah, that's how I felt about like looking at houses because like I know the market is crazy and things go really fast, but it also takes a while. I closed pretty fast. I'm closing, by the way.
That's what I was gonna ask. Yay!
I do. So I get to close in a few weeks, and I mean that all happened really fast, like probably a month. I know people that have waited 2, 3 months just to get the process, like just to do everything. And my lease is up in February. I'm thinking, God, if I would have waited and then not found anything or whatever, like it is really early, and I'm gonna have to sublet or relet my apartment. But I actually might have already found someone for that. So
Oh, nice.
hopefully that works out. But it's like hard to plan, especially because I know when I was apartment hunting, my apartment required 2 months notice and everywhere else required one. So I was looking and I knew I had to give notice, and all the other places were like, well, we don't know what we'll have available for that date because we only require 1 month. So I was like, how the heck am I supposed to do this?
Yeah.
And it's really a pain, like, no matter what. So,
Yeah, it really is. It's hard to like line up when you need to be out of your current place and then when you're,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing that's, I mean, a little tricky about looking so early is that obviously I have no idea what's going to be available
Right.
when, it's time for me to move, but at least I can narrow down like what complexes I like best. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
will see. But if you're listening, if you watch my YouTube channel, I recorded like all of the places I looked at.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna post an apartment hunting video, and there's probably gonna be like multiple parts.
Ooh, I can't wait to
'Cause,
watch.
yeah, so it'll be fun. I love that kind of stuff.
Me too.
Moving content, apartment hunting, house hunting, all of it, decorating.
Should I vlog my move?
You should.
For the girls who
Wait,
get it?
yeah, you really should.
Maybe I will. I'm not very good at vlogging, but
Or you could at least post it on like on the Instagram story, and then we can make a highlight.
yeah, maybe I will. Let us know if you'd be interested in that. I don't have like a lot of like updating to do, but to decorate and stuff, I
I
probably.
would be interested. I mean, it would be fun to see like a house tour
Oh
and
yeah.
a little like the moving
Yeah.
content.
Paint colors I'll need help with probably, and
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see how you decorate it.
it's probably gonna look a lot like my apartment now, but I don't think I'll do a gallery wall. I'm gonna be in a new vibe. It's like a craftsman, so I don't know. I don't know how my style will change. Yeah, I think I will do that on Instagram. Maybe I'll record like a vlog type video just for YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, I'm excited though. So excited for you and excited to see it. And it's cool when it's like actually yours that you own because you can do whatever the hell you want. And you don't have to have, like, my thing is, even in my apartment now, and a lot of the places I looked at, I know they're like, oh yeah, you can paint, you can do whatever you want. Okay, cool. But like, I know when I'm not going to stay here forever. And then when I move out, which I don't know how long that'll be,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like put everything back the way it was. And it's like, it's just not worth the like the work.
Right. No one wants to do that.
But when it's yours and it can just stay that way.
No. I am excited to like paint. I always wanted like a not pink. I guess more like maybe like a is it mauve or mauve?
I think it's mauve technically, but like everybody pronounces it.
You know that like rosy kind of deep pinkish, like an adult, like a grown-up's pink room is what I'm going for.
Ooh, I love that.
You have some paint swatches because I'm very like excited about it because I'm a grown woman and I can have my own pink room. So I'll show
Another
you.
benefit of living alone.
No man can tell me I can't have a pink room. That's so true. But it's funny because growing up, my parents had their room was white, but it had like I guess it's kind of an 80s color. This mauve whatever. And their trim was like around the windows and the door and everything was like pink. And I loved that. And I just like want that. It's like warm, but it's I don't know.
Yeah.
I've always wanted it. So we're doing that. I'm gonna do some painting downstairs. I need to get new hardware in the kitchen because the hardware looks like hospital break room hardware or something. Like the pulls are really weird.
Mm.
And yeah, like minimal stuff pretty much. But it's funny you just got back from the gym today because our topic is like fitness.
I know. And I was thinking that I was like, you know what? That's fine. We can just record. I'll just do it straight after the gym. Why even bother trying to shower and freshen up?
Why
Because
would you
it's,
do that?
yeah, I'm like on brand for the topic.
Oh my God. So I'm getting back into going to the gym. I forget if I mentioned, but like with my new job, there I can use the gym at work and they actually have personal training, which is pretty cool, but I'm a little scared of that. For free.
Wait, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Do you have to pay anything extra? Wow, that's amazing.
It's pharmaceuticals for you.
Yeah.
Everyone does that. Like they're just really like bougie and I mean they have great benefits, but they want you to be healthy, of course. And so they're like, hey, here's this gym and you can have this personal trainer, at your service. And
That's amazing.
it's pretty cool. I might take advantage, but I kind of wanted to talk about like fitness because I get gym how do I say it? Gym intimidation.
Oh, okay.
That was hard. That was hard. Gym intimidation, and I just get really like no one's watching me. Like I know that, but I'm there and I'm just very aware of other people and I feel funny doing things because I'm not, maybe my form's not 100% and I feel silly sometimes or whatever. I'm sweating to death because that's just who I am as a person. So I went to that gym last week. The locker room is so small. So it's like if I'm gonna go to the gym, I feel like I have to be half dressed for the occasion, which would be doable because there is no dress code at my job.
Oh, that's nice.
Like none. I've seen people in like a sports bra and sweatpants and crop
Oh,
and you see the most the one day I wore shorts and I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. Like this doesn't feel, like shorts that were way above the knee. And I was just like, oh, this is too revealing. And then I walked past a girl that looked like she just rolled out of bed. And then we've seen some booty cheeks on site too. So it's like
Booty cheeks on site.
that's right.
Wow.
Some girls over the summer were wearing like straight up volleyball spandex shorts. Yes. So
Sounds like a great place to work, to be honest.
do you want to jump? So I can pretty much wear like leggings and like a sweater and just change my, that's doable. But I was pretty surprised it was so small.
Or just wear your straight up gym outfit as is, it sounds like.
I could, yeah, for sure. And nobody would care. But so I went in there and just my first day, I was like, oh, what the heck am I doing? So I got on the treadmill and it's the bougiest treadmill I've ever seen, like in my life. It had Netflix, it had Facebook, it had all these different apps that you could like sign into. And I didn't try any of those. I was watching TikToks. It had an air vent to blow on my forehead.
Okay, yeah, that I've seen before, but the Netflix on a treadmill, yeah. I've never even seen or heard of. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either. It's like a smart treadmill. And then
that's so cool. So you don't even need to bring your phone or anything.
No. And then so I had my own music on, and then because I wasn't expecting that setup, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know what to do. So then I was just like clicking through some stuff, and you can pull up on the screen. The screen's pretty big, and it's like a nature trail or something, and it looks like you're walking down this nature trail. I thought that was so cool. So I just had that on, and I was like, this is so fancy. And then they have a lot of weights and what else? It was a kind of a small gym, but there's more gyms like at other sites. The one is only 10 minutes away maybe, and it's huge. So I might check that out.
Nice.
But I haven't been in the gym in a long time since, gosh, I don't even know.
I have a random question. What kind of music do you listen to when you're working out?
Let me pull up my playlist.
Oh.
It has to be upbeat. Like, has to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I had my wine walking playlist pulled up. This is the picture. If you're watching. That's one of my favorite forms of exercise is a wine walk. That's a different vibe. That's more like yacht rock. But gym playlist. Here we go. Once again, my picture for those watching is Dwight Schrute's Gym for Muscles.
So you made this playlist yourself?
Yes, I did. I love to make playlists. It's 7 hours long. We've got
is it public? Is it public so that people can also listen to it? Amazing.
So I've got Post Malone, I've got Kanye West, which he's got some good hype up, We
can separate him as a person from his music.
Yes, okay, cool. DMX, X Gonna Give It To You.
Oh, okay.
Of course. This is, and it's so different from what I know.
You walking on the treadmill, looking at a nature trail as you're listening to DMX.
No, that's exactly what I'm doing. Sicko mode. I've started this playlist years ago. One of my favorite gym songs, again, T.I., I've heard some like bad things about, but Big Shit Poppin'. Rhyme, gyms. Rhyme. I've got some Tom Petty on there.
Okay.
Anything that's like it's very random, so I don't know. I just don't really like the other Spotify gym playlist because I have a very, I don't know, it takes a certain vibe to motivate me, I guess. So
Yeah,
yeah, if you want to
I
check
get
it
that.
out, it's my gym playlist. What about you?
Yeah, I listen to different things depending, but I'm mostly more of like a rap, hip hop kind of, you know. Recently I found a playlist on Apple Music. Um, it's called High Maintenance.
Ooh.
It's fantastic. It's like all female artists, I
Ooh.
think, for the most part anyway. And it's just so you need to listen to this playlist because it's like it hypes you up. It just it's
I don't
so
have,
good.
have Apple
Pound
Music.
Town is on there. Like that's my song of the summer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just so good. Like Megan the Stallion, Cardi
Oh,
B, like it's those kinds of vibes. And it's just so good for when I'm working out because I'm just like, yes, I am that bitch.
yes. I
You
love
know? Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah, she's a good, I need to add more. She's on my gym playlist, believe me, but I could use more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so I don't know. I guess like some background, we've both been in the gym like before for years, right? Like I've I got my Planet Fitness membership in high school and I went often through
Mm-hmm.
college, through did I go in beauty school? I don't think I did. I don't remember. But like I'm no stranger to the gym. Um I don't know, I just still get like a little bit anxious in that environment and again not really knowing what I'm doing.
Well,
So,
do you feel like you've always kind of just stayed in your comfort zone?
yeah, like
Have
very
you
much.
ever done like you've never worked with like a personal trainer before, have you? Have you done like workout classes or anything like that?
Yeah, I've done spin class. I don't know, I've never had any interest in like Zumba or anything. A long time ago, I think I was still in high school, maybe a little older. My dad has a friend that was in like exercise science
Mm,
at university down near like DC. I can't remember exactly what it was or anything. So my dad had taken me there because I've always struggled with weight and like with PCOS, we've discussed all of that before. So it's like he's very proactive, my dad, and he's like, what can we do to help? And what information can we gather and what is the best workout for you and all this stuff. So he took me down there to see his friend and I had scans done and I had him kind of evaluate all my results and stuff. And then I met with a dietitian, which is a whole other topic, but he kind of said to me to do a lot of strength training, um, which I like to do. And then the nutritionist was like, well, with her PCOS and everything, she needs cardio too. So since then, getting that information, I kind of split my workout like half strength training, half cardio. And I've been doing that for like a few years. Um, but more recently I've been trying to find things that like I enjoy, like spin class I found I really enjoyed. Um, or just like not making myself do things that it's gonna make me dread going to the gym, you know?
yeah.
So you have to do an hour on the treadmill. I'm not doing that. Like, no way. So I don't know. I feel like I've come a long way because I used to just go to the gym and like be on the elliptical for an hour. And I remember the one time actually I was on there and I was going so hard. This was in high school. I probably wanted to lose like 20 pounds in a month. And I'm on the elliptical. I'm going, and I like went and threw up in the bathroom.
Oh no.
The girl was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I am." But just I feel like kind of having a bigger body sometimes in the gym would make me really self-conscious where it's like, oh, people are judging me, people are looking at me like I don't know how to describe it, where it's like, why is she here? It's like, obviously I'm here to get fit.
Well, yeah, I feel like there's that feeling of, oh, well, I don't belong here because only like people who are already fit belong here, but that doesn't make any sense because how do you get fit
If
if
you
you're
don't
not? in the gym working out. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just like I felt uncomfortable because, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I guess I felt like it looked like I didn't know what I was doing, like, oh, this girl, whatever. But I don't mind working out. I don't love it, but I like to find stuff I enjoy, like going on walks I like, getting my steps in. I hit 10,000 steps today, actually.
Nice.
Cool. Work
Which is
helps.
tough to do. And I mean, oh, well, but yeah, you move around a lot. I always like, for whatever reason, I always imagine your job is like you sitting at a desk a lot.
It can be that way. It's like kind of split where it's like I'll sit at my desk and do like documentation stuff or like database stuff. Um, but then sometimes I have to go walk down to like a whole other building and it'll be like 2,000 steps right there, just like going there and back. And the site that I work on is huge. Like even just walking from my car to my desk is, I don't know, it could be like 1,000 steps depending on where I'm at. So that helps me like get my steps in and can go for walks there. They have like walking desks. They have like a nature trail that they they
Oh,
encourage
wow.
you to go out and walk around.
That's nice.
Yep. We have bikes on site during the summer. So
Wow.
we go on bike rides.
Yeah, I really feel like walking is honestly the best thing for you. And when I was like my, thinnest and fittest, obviously being thin does not always mean that you're healthy, fit, in shape, whatever. But like I was my lowest weight, but also happened to be like the most in shape and fit at the time. Um, I was walking a
Yeah.
lot. Like I was hitting my 10,000 step goal every day. And it can be hard to do depending on what you do for work.
Yeah.
I found that like when we were in beauty school, it was so easy because we
Okay.
were never sitting
Oh, no.
and it was all day, every day.
Yeah.
And then after school, I either was going to work at a salon or retail store, so more on my feet, or we were hanging out, going out,
Yeah.
doing shenanigans. So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like during that time too, I was like really in shape. And
Mhm.
because I was just being like super active, even though I wasn't like really intentionally going out of my way to like go to the gym and exercise, I was just super active naturally on a daily basis. So yeah, I think walking's good.
My friend Maddie, shout out to Maddie. She always played sports and stuff and was in the gym and all that. And she's helping me with my gym intimidation kind of because I get very concerned about my form. One, for looking dumb, but also you can hurt yourself if you don't have the correct form.
Absolutely.
So that was great. She really tried to kill me, I told her today, because it was leg day and it was leg day. We did squats of all these different kinds and lunges and all this stuff. And I felt thoroughly worked out. But it was good because I was like, wow, that's like, it's not just me going to like, not that the machines are bad, it's just what I'm used to. But now that I have this gym at work, that's like, there's no weight machines, it's all just kind of free weights and stuff. I think I'll feel better and more comfortable going there and using them, knowing what I'm doing.
Yeah. It'll be nice to change it up too, because if your body's just been used to always doing the machines, like doing free weights definitely works everything more because you have to really stabilize your body more and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. We're gonna try to go in the mornings, which getting up at I tried to get up at 5 today. I ended up getting up more like 5:15 to meet her at 5:30, and I was late. Um, but I haven't done that in a long time, and I was like, it's brutal, but it feels good to like start your day that way and like also get it out of the way. So after work, I don't have to do anything, but
That's very true.
no, it's good. It set the tone for the rest of my day. I did go to Taco Bell still, but balance. It's called balance.
No, It really is. Yeah, I started working out, same thing, like in high school. I was not like an athletic kid. Like I would go outside and ride bikes and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I never was like on any sports teams or anything aside from cheerleading. One summer when I was like 9.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I started going and I would just like, go on the treadmill, use the elliptical and use the cable machines because I didn't really know what I was doing. And then when I was in college, I started dating like my first serious boyfriend, and he was really into working out. Like he was kind of a gym rat at that time. And he was like, always consuming all this kind of content, always watching YouTube videos and just learning so much about fitness and weightlifting and following all these different programs. And I mean, he was in great shape. He was very muscular and like strong. And I would go to the gym with him and he taught me, like he really set the foundation. And I am really appreciative because even though at the time I was like, ugh, this is so annoying. Like he spends so much time in the gym. But I learned so much during that time. And it really helped me because I felt the same way. Like I was not comfortable going into the gym by myself, going anywhere near the weights.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I felt like, oh, it's just all these big men and I don't fit. And he really helped me and taught me like all of these exercises and the proper form and helped push me and kind of got me into weightlifting.
Mhm.
And then I always like from that point on was just back and forth. I was never like super consistent with a particular type of exercise, like because my issue was I've always also, as we've talked about, struggled with body image.
Mhm.
And I've never been like super heavy, but I've always kind of like, I guess, been on like the thicker side of average, especially like for my height and stuff.
Mhm.
And I always would compare myself to stick skinny girls and always felt like, oh, I'm, fat. I need to lose weight. And
Yeah.
so I always viewed exercise as a means to get thinner. And I remember my ex at the time when I would go to the gym with him, he'd be like, do these exercises, like lift weights, it's good for you. And I'd be like, no, I don't want to lift weights. I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to put on muscle. I just want to be skinny.
Right.
And I don't know, like I would look like I never liked working out. I always viewed it as like a punishment.
Mhm.
And then in college, I like when I would like during the school year when I'd be in my dorm, I it was very unhealthy. I just got in this bad cycle where I'd be like borderline starving myself, restricting like very, very heavily. And then I would go to the gym literally every day after class, and I would be there for at least 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
And I would run and be on the treadmill, and then I would lift weights, and I just viewed it as punishment. And then I would go home for break, not work out at all, stuff my face, just binge because I had been restricting for so long. And I'd get home and my mom had all of the sweets and stuff that I had not had for months.
Sure.
And then I would like gain weight back. And then I'd go back to school, punish myself, restrict, work out really hard. And it was just this constant cycle where I would like, you know, lose like 10, 15 pounds, gain it back, lose it again. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't good. And then after I graduated, I started dabbling. Well, no, even in college, I started dabbling into like I remember I did Insanity, and like remember when P90X was
I
huge,
I remember hearing about it. I never
and
did it.
like Zumba was everything when I was in college. So I remember I went to a Zumba class once and I felt so confused and hated it. But I did like the at-home Zumba classes. I was really just into like trying everything. And then a little bit after college, I got into CrossFit.
I remember didn't you do CrossFit recently? Or
Yeah, I've done it like a few times. Like the first time I did it, I was consistently going for like at least 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so crazy because I remember at the time, like I was obsessed. I still had a stupid mentality where I was just constantly weighing myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, the number on the scale is not really changing. It's not working, da da da. But like I look back and I'm like, I was in amazing shape. Like the types of workouts I was doing and the way that my body looked, I was just an idiot. But yeah, then I like got back into it a few times here and there because I do really enjoy it. Like it's just fun to me.
Yeah.
And then I one of my friends from high school owns a CrossFit gym and she does personal training. So I did personal training with her a little bit here and there. And then just, going to the gym by myself, working out from home. But I never was able to stay really consistent for longer than like 6 months, I think was the longest I ever went. Because again, like the mentality that I was always in was just so flawed. I always just viewed working out as a way to make my body look a certain way, to lose weight, to lower the number on the scale. And I feel like when I started doing CrossFit, that was sort of the first time where I was like, oh, I have other goals that
Right.
are fitness related and it's not just centered on how I look. But it's been a journey, like getting to the point where like, my mentality finally has changed because I now have been, although things got a little bit thrown off recently because I was traveling so much.
Yeah.
So like the last month or so, I haven't been like as consistent, although I went today, getting back into it. But I've been consistently working out since the beginning of the year now. This is the longest I've stayed consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually enjoy it. And it's just like a normal part of my life. Like when people would say, oh, it's a lifestyle change. I was like, I just could never imagine. I always thought like, okay, yeah, I'll go to the gym, I'll do these workouts until I get to my goal.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to the gym every week. Like, fuck that.
Right.
But now I'm like, I just can't imagine not having the gym and like not lifting because
Yeah.
it's just such a normal part. And like I really genuinely, not always, obviously,
Yeah.
but I do look forward to it and enjoy it. And I think it took me like getting to the point first where I had to finally just like accept the way my body looked
Mm-hmm.
and appreciate my body and my curves and realize like, okay, no matter what, even if I lose weight, the shape of my body is never going to change. I'm never going to look like these tiny little stick thin women.
Right.
And that's okay. I don't want to look like that. And then I don't know, just like working out, like now what I've been doing is lifting really heavy and it just feels good. Like I like feeling strong and
Yeah.
putting on muscle feels good. And
Yeah.
like if I lose fat in the process too and like kind of reconstruct my body, awesome. But like that's not my main focus at all anymore.
Yeah. I feel like when your focus changes to more like that, like I want to be healthy, I want to feel good. Some people like do it as a form of like it helps their mental health. Sometimes I feel like I work out my frustrations, which helps. But when it shifts,
Totally.
like I'm doing this because I want to look a certain way to whatever other reason, really. I mean, to feel better mentally or just physically, that's such a big change and it makes such a difference. Because in high school,
Yeah.
all I cared about was like being skinny. I was like, oh, I'm not, I'm doing this. And then that's when it feels like punishment, I think, most because you're not seeing results immediately and you're doing it kind of maybe not for the wrong reasons, but but for the wrong reasons in a
Yeah.
way. So now, like, that used to be me, and I used to hate it, but I had to go because I had to, try to get skinny. Now, after I found things that I like to do and realized I don't have to force myself to do things I don't like to do, I have a much more enjoyable time. Like, I like to do stuff like spin classes, and I like to do kind of free weight exercises, and um this was after COVID, but I started to look into like Pilates videos more at home because Pilates is freaking expensive.
Oh, yes, I've done some Pilates classes like in studio on a reformer. It is very expensive, but I really enjoyed that. That was fun.
Moves at home, like, feel like you're moving your body and working certain parts of your body, but without being like hit. Everything has to be like hit and intense and all that. But like, I found that I like Pilates and the slower motions, and people get amazing results from that.
Yeah.
So much changed when I was like, huh, it doesn't have to be a miserable
That's how
chore.
I feel too. And like I hate doing cardio. I hate doing hit workouts.
Yep, me
I
too.
just don't enjoy it. And like I'll walk on the treadmill and put it on incline and stuff and like watch a YouTube video or whatever. And like that sometimes is I like look forward to
Yeah,
because it's just so like freeing to me. And sometimes I feel like with my anxiety, if I'm just sitting a lot and I'm not getting enough movement throughout the day, I get really like antsy.
yeah,
So it's nice to do that, but I like lifting weights the most. So
yeah.
that's what I do. And I don't know, it's nice to just find something that you actually enjoy. And my thing too was I felt like shit, now I turned 31, but I was 30 when I really like started this and I was like I'm at that point where like right now I'm healthy, everything's good, but like I don't want to not take care of my body and then get older and have health problems and not be as mobile, not be strong. I want to be able to do things for myself and be independent and be able to carry all these damn vacuum
Steps.
boxes up to my apartment.
Uh,
And and I felt too like anytime a picture was taken of me, and even when I would take selfies, like I noticed I just wasn't really taking pictures anymore because not even that I felt like, oh, I look big, but I just felt like something about like my face just did like, I just didn't look good. Like I just felt like I looked kind of unhealthy. And I was like, no, like obviously the more active I am, it's just going to be better for everything
sure. Yeah.
and my mental health and
Yeah. No, it's important, and like, especially like you said, like, in the long run, it matters so much. I could come home every night and sit on the couch and watch TikToks on my couch and have that, you know, progress and cause like actual problems down the line. Or I could go to the gym and walk on the treadmill and watch TikTok.
still watch the tick. That's what I'm saying. Like that's
I
what I always tell myself. It's like if I know that I'm going to be sitting my ass on the couch, there's a show I want to watch, there's YouTube videos I want to watch, whatever, go walk on the treadmill and watch it because either way, the time is going to pass. I may as well be
exactly.
active and be doing something good during that time. And it's so much easier to stay consistent when you're doing it for those other reasons because especially the older you get, like when I was back in college, yeah, granted I was restricting a lot and it wasn't the healthiest thing. And I don't think I could even do that anymore now because I just
Mhm.
don't care as much as I used to. But like I used to be able to drop weight pretty quick. The older you get, it's not easy. Like it doesn't happen that way anymore. So the results are very slow if you're just focused on the physical. And it's hard to stay consistent and not give up if that's all that's like motivating you.
Yeah, because that's not gonna always happen, especially as quickly as
Right.
you want it to. Um, I've been going through kind of a weird moment with, like, I guess my body in general. I had lost a bunch of weight with the medication I was on, and it was helping me in a lot of different ways, but it really helped me drop weight. Um, and then I wasn't able to get it anymore because it's for diabetes, but I have PCOS, but I'm prescribed stuff for diabetes all the time. Like I'm about to start a new medication that's for diabetes, but I can't get the other one. So
Did they determine if you are pre-diabetic or like at risk? Because I
not
know like PCOS, I mean it all is
PCOS.
similar with like insulin resistance and
It is. The last time I had my levels done and everything, I wasn't
oh,
pre-diabetic.
okay. I mean that's good, but I'm just surprised that like you would I don't know, I mean obviously I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But you would think if you have PCOS, you'd think you would qualify still.
And considering it helped me so much, like it was great. Um, I mentioned before, I think like it helped me with my cycle and just like all the side effects that PCOS has besides weight. And of course, the weight was great because I have a really hard time losing weight. Like I can do everything right. I could eat the same thing as like my neighbor and gain weight and they wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Or
So
your really super skinny sister that
yeah,
you grew up with eating and the same stuff, having the same lifestyle. Yeah.
but it felt good to be able to like actually see progress and feel better in my clothes, feel better in my body in general. And then I wasn't able to get the medication anymore. And then I went through a horrible time at the beginning of the year, which caused me to lose like 10 more pounds, probably on top of that, just because like I didn't feel like eating and I just wasn't, it was like a bad time. And then I've slowly started to notice like, oh, my clothes are fitting a little tighter. Oh, this is, since February. So I've been struggling with that a little bit because I'm like, oh, like I don't want to do this yo-yo thing. Like I really want to feel better in my body and do better for myself, like for the long run. So like getting back into the gym was important to me because even if that's not the reason I lose weight, it helps so much just with like my mental or you know whatever, you just feel good after.
Yeah.
Because I want to feel strong and I want to feel good. So I don't know.
And obviously, too, like having a bigger body is not a bad thing.
No.
But if you just are feeling not great and you're feeling like kind of out of shape or you're just uncomfortable in your
Right.
body, then like, because I feel like so many people online, it's like one thing or the other. You either get shamed for like promoting body positivity and being a certain, like, a bigger size, or if you're a bigger size and you talk about wanting to like work out, lose weight, whatever, then you're getting hated on too. So it's like,
I guess I brought it up because I noticed how much better I felt weighing less. And that's just on like I even felt like I sweat less because I just had less weight
which
on
makes
me.
sense.
And I'm like the sweatiest person that I know. So like that felt great. I was like, wow, I'm not just like, you know, freaking sweating just from doing, from walking up the stairs to my apartment or something. So just getting the weight off helps, and then of course being more active helps too with something like that. But I would just like to be able to maintain that better. And I've always been in the gym on and off, but like I'm used to going. There's things I like about it, and I'm trying to integrate it more just like it's something I do. And something else that's helped me, Maddie and I were kind of talking about this morning, because I neither of us really love cardio. And she was saying what she does is she'll do like a little warm up, 5-10 minutes on the treadmill, do the weights and other stuff, um, exercises that aren't cardio, and then she'll do like half-hour cardio, but it'll be like 10 minutes on the treadmill, 10 minutes on the bike, 10, like kind of split it up like that so it's not so boring or annoying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Something I never thought of and would like to try.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Um, and it definitely helps. But sometimes if I have like a good video or something to watch, I can honestly just walk on the treadmill for an hour and
Yeah, sometimes I'll
or
be
if
on
I just have, yeah, if you're just like, you just put on some good music and you zone out, or like I'll just like daydream. I mean,
And of course, some days are better than others. Like some days I get on the treadmill and I do an hour and I'm on TikTok and I'm like, oh, cool. And then I move on and maybe I do other workouts. Some days, this was a few months ago, I found myself like, I'd go to the gym and I'd get there and I'd start my workout and I'd just be like, I don't want to do like the rest. And so I'd do 30 minutes on the treadmill or something and I'd leave. And before, that wouldn't have been enough for me. Like in my mental, like I just would have been like, nope, you didn't do enough. You came here and you didn't do enough. And some days I am like that and I'm like, okay, let's keep going. Other days, me just going is enough. And
yeah.
having that switch for me helped so much too, where it's like, oh, if you miss a day, it's, not a big deal. That doesn't mean you have to stop going completely. Oh, if you don't do what you thought you were going to do, not a big deal. Doesn't mean that you have to make up for it,
Yes. And I think I would always have the mentality of like, oh, I have this really like strenuous workout that I was planning on doing, but oh, I don't know if I have the energy to do the entire thing. So I'm just going to not go at all and I'll just
Right.
wait till tomorrow, put it off. But if you just go anyway and just push yourself to do as much as you can,
Yeah.
sometimes once you're there and you start going, then all of a sudden you have all this energy
Right. It
and
makes
you
all
end up doing it. But then even if you don't, like just doing something, showing up and doing something is better than just sitting on your ass and doing nothing.
even like so last week when I went to the gym at work, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how busy it would get, and it's a smaller gym, so like more people in there. I was like, and so I just started out on the treadmill because I was a little bit, I didn't really know what I wanted to start with, or I didn't see any machines that I was familiar with. So I was like, let's just get on here and get some steps in. And then I noticed a sign that says during busy times, limit your, because in this gym that I was in, there was like 4 treadmills. So it was like limit your cardio to 20 minutes in busy times.
Oh,
There's, just to give everyone a chance.
sure.
I understand. So I was like, oh, okay. And I did 20 minutes, like a mile or so. And then I was like, I got off and I thought, okay, what else are you going to do? And I just didn't feel like I didn't know what else to do. And I didn't feel like I wanted to do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I just left. And I was like, okay, that's fine. It was your first day there. You're getting the lay of the land. You got an extra mile in than I would have had I not gone. And like instead of being like, oh, you barely did anything. That was only 20 minutes. I look at it now like, well, you went. And
Yeah.
like that matters.
It's better than nothing. I will say that's why, because I used to do that like for years. I would just go to the gym and not really have a game plan. And I would just be like, oh, what do I feel like doing? Or, oh, I guess I'll do some lower body stuff today, whatever. But now, like this whole past, however long it's been, almost 10 months that I've been consistent, I've been following workout programs,
Yeah.
some of which I've just like wrote up myself, but having that and having like, okay, this day, these are the exercises I'm doing. This is how many sets and how many reps helps
Yeah.
so much, because then it takes the guesswork out and I'm not just like dilly-dallying, like, what do I feel like doing now? It's like, no, bitch, this is what you're here to do. Get this shit done. Let's go. We need to like,
No, I
get
think
out
that's
of
great.
here. And it helped for me anyway. It just helps. It helps me stay consistent, and I feel like it's, I don't know, helps me make the most of my time and be more efficient and stuff. And it's nice too, because then I keep track of like how much weight I did, and then I can progress, and it gives me something to keep track of so I can see progress
Right.
outside of just how much do I weigh.
Right. Yeah, which is important too. I love when I notice I can like, oh, this feels light. Like I think I can do more. And
Mm-hmm.
those kinds of milestones matter too, more than just like how much weight did I lose. But I never really did that before. Today, Maddie had like this whole um, we're gonna do 3 sets of this rep. I like how she had it split up. She had like um regular squats, like weighted squats, I guess, and then jump squats. So we'd go between those 3 times and then we'd move on to the next 2. and do those exercises 3 times, and then we go on to the next. And I like that kind of routine feeling like, okay, we just need to focus on this right now, and this is what we're doing now.
Mhm.
Move on. It felt like less overwhelming, I guess, than like, what else can I do? It's like, no, like you said, this is what we're doing. And I
Yep.
did like that a lot. I'm excited because she's obviously has a lot more knowledge than me about certain things and different workouts and that kind of routine. So we're planning on going like twice a week in the morning together, and then I'll just supplement my other workouts like outside of that, go after work or something. But then I'll have so much more knowledge and like better, I don't know, better
You'll
understand like what I should be doing, could be doing.
and you'll feel more confident too, just like
Yeah.
being there.
Well, 1,000%. Because even with squats, I always felt like my form was wrong. Like I felt like I was bending over too much, and so
Mhm.
even just having her see like how I was doing it and be like, no, that's how you should, was good. Because I'm like, okay, great, now I can really do it and know I'm doing it the way I'm supposed to. Like a bunch of other stuff about form that I
But it's
had.
great though that you have the personal trainers available to you. I think that you should definitely give that a try because I
Mhm.
feel like when I was doing personal training with my friend Bailey, even though at that point I already was very experienced, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know, there would just be fun things that she would have me do that were a little bit different. And also she would like push me to do stuff that if I was going by myself, I would never do it. Like
Right.
some cardio stuff that I'd be like, fuck this. But
Right.
having her there pushing me and like making me do it
Yeah. I
was
think I
nice.
will. When I was leaving the gym last week, the guy at the desk was like, "We also offer personal training if you," which I knew about because my coworkers had signed up for it. And it's legitimate. Like they'll ask you about your goals and they'll tell you, like I think they had told my coworker, if you're not planning on coming like at least 3 days, you're not going to reach your goals. Like they can come up with a real plan for you, and they might even do like the nutrition end too, I'm not sure. But it's really great to, I mean, it's free. Like I'm interested
Yeah.
in
Like,
it.
why not? Why not try it out? I mean, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
it's true. I think that's a big thing. Like, I know, I mean, even myself too. Like I said, I have a hard time, or I have had a hard time in the past staying consistent. But that's the thing. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I work out though, but I'm not seeing results. But like, they're not staying consistent. They're not going frequently enough. And then when they do go, they're just kind of like fucking around and they're not like following a program and a good routine. So it's like, well, how do you expect to see progress if you're not like doing the same thing consistently over a period of time?
Yeah, and I feel like it's the most important thing for people. Like I really hate when people, I know people can love working out. I get it. There's things to it that makes you, when people are like, "Oh, I love," I'm like, "Okay." Like I'm not that,
Mhm.
like cool. But when you find things that, like for me it's more like, "Oh, I don't mind doing this. Oh, if I go here I'm not going to hate my life." Like finding those things made all the difference. And it's so much easier to keep your routine and stay consistent when you're doing things that you enjoy. Or if you don't enjoy it, you don't mind doing it, and it's not like the worst part of your day. Like,
Absolutely. And I think once you force yourself, because like they always say, oh, yeah, in the very beginning, you'll be motivated, but then you have to just be disciplined because the motivation doesn't last. And that's so true. But I think once you get to a point where like you just force yourself to do it consistently, after a while, it just becomes such a normal part of your routine that you don't even really like think about it as much. Like I
right.
remember I would have to always like I dread going to the gym. Like I'd be thinking about it all day, like, oh, I have to go work out today. And once in a while, like I do still have days like that sometimes now, but now it's like I don't even think about it. I just put on my sneakers and I go. And it is convenient. Like I have a gym in my apartment, which is so nice. So I can literally just walk over there. I don't have to get in my car and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it that's the biggest thing is like doing it for reasons other than, you know, the way that you look or weigh, and then just finding something that you enjoy or at least don't mind doing, and then just making it a regular part of your routine.
Yeah, that's kind of why I started wine walks, because I was like, I don't really feel like it's the summer, I want to be outside. I really do enjoy like being outside, and I don't have a yard or anything yet. And so I was like, what can I do? I live kind of downtown, so I can go for walks. And then what makes a walk more fun? Wine. So
Drinking.
I would get steps. And I wouldn't mind be having a great time. I'd be like, woohoo. And of course, you don't want to drink too much wine. It could be dangerous, but and I thought it was fun, and I'd do it on a Monday night and be like, okay, whatever. This is great. And I'd get at least 3,000 more steps in. Like, I'd go for a mile.
Yeah.
Put my playlist on, my wine walk playlist, and enjoy the summer weather.
That is nice.
Like anything, I feel like just to get even steps in helps. If I'm not going to go to the gym and lift weights and whatever, I can at least go for a walk.
Same. That is one thing that I do love about, well, one of the many things I love about, where I live. I feel like there's so many different trails and like places to hike and walk the dog. So yeah, I need to start doing, especially, I mean, it gets like crazy hot here in the summer, but now that summer's kind of coming to an end, I'm gonna make that my goal to start walking outside more. And that's one of the things I added on my list that I'm looking for if I move, is a place that has like space to walk around. Because my complex now, like, I can't really walk anywhere. I can just kind of do circles around the complex, but that's boring.
Well, it's nice to just be outside. Have you been on a wine walk?
I know I haven't. I didn't even know that was a thing. I knew hot girl walk was a thing. I didn't know about wine walks.
Get out there right now. Get yourself on a wine walk.
It sounds great. I love it.
But I find like any little thing that I can do, even if it's like, I'll do the littlest things. Like sometimes at work, if I have been at my desk for most of the day, I'm like, oh, well, I have to go get this equipment in this other building. Instead of we have a golf cart. Instead of taking that, I'll walk down there. And that's, I don't know, it's a good distance there and back. Or in the summer, oh, I'll go for a bike ride because that's so fun and they're right there for me to use. Just like the little things that you can add on in your day, I think helps so much too. And that's like more of what I'm trying to include in my day-to-day life, I guess. And it helps that there's a bunch of like older men that I work with that I'll see them walking around getting their steps in, and I'm like, he's doing it, I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
They just walk around and like, good for you. Today I'm at like, let's see, 10,565 steps.
Nice.
There on my home screen. So that's motivating too. If I see I'm low, I'll be like, oh, let me get up and go for a walk.
Yes, and that I used to always wear my Fitbit, and well, not always, but like I'd go through phases where I'd wear it every day. And like seeing that, and it's like, oh, wait, I'm kind of close. Let me just do something. And like it became a game to me.
No, it is kind of like a game.
It like, really is.
With my watch and my rings, sometimes they piss me off. I'm like, I'm not going to do the rings today. But other times I'll be like, oh, it's almost closed. Like, let me finish this up. Or like with the steps, I'll be like, well, and I do that kind of thing all the time at the gym. Like today, I was just gonna finish up doing 15 minutes on the elliptical, and then I hit 1 mile, and then I hit 15 minutes, and then I was really close to 100 calories. So I was like, oh, I'll just go to 100 calories then. Like
I do that too.
Until I hit that. So
yeah.
I find ways to like, I'm a kind of competitive person, I guess, anyway, and I'll compete with myself. I'll be like, well,
Yeah.
yesterday we did 10,565 steps, so
Yeah. No, I'll do the same thing. And it's so true. Like if you're going and then it's like you're close, I like to hit like all solid numbers.
yeah,
So if I'm like, okay, I just hit a mile, but I'm almost, I don't know, yeah, at 20 minutes. Let me keep going. And then it's like, oh, wait, I'm almost at 200 calories. Let me keep going till I hit that. And then you just keep going a little bit more and more. And then, yeah, I do the same thing. You gotta make it fun for yourself wherever you can.
It's not all miserable, and I'm never gonna sit here and be like, I love to work out. I don't. I absolutely don't. But I found things that I enjoy, and I have goals. Some of them weight loss, some of them just to feel good and like comfortable and able to do things. So like all of it.
That's what I think too. And like not to get too I don't know, whatever, but I think about like when I'm just like, oh God, I don't feel like going to the gym or I don't want to go do. I'm like, but there are people that like literally physically cannot.
That's true. Yeah.
So like I should just do it. The fact that like I even am able to, I should go. Like God forbid something were to happen to me and I like lose a leg or something. I'm sure I'd be thinking to myself like, wow,
I should have taken advantage of having
like being able to do those exercises and walk and
yeah, of course. Or like even age, like it was a TikTok for sure, but it was like think of your 80-year-old self and all the things that she'd be so jealous of you being able to do. I tell myself since I've heard it, I've been like 80-year-old you would love to be single and like going on a wine walk. Like 80-year-old you would love to be able to do, jump squats at 5 in the morning with Maddie.
yeah.
Like,
No, it's so true. And I have one neighbor here and she is kind of part of what like motivated me to start also. She's older, but like not, I don't know. I would guess like maybe around like 60 or something, but she's very heavy. And I mean, God bless her. Like she's always out walking her dog, walking around, but like she kind of wobbles a little bit. And it's like anytime I see her like bend down to pick up her dog's poop or anything, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so scared she's gonna fall over. Like she's just, like she can't move around quickly. She's not very mobile. And I am just like, God, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
If I can help it,
For as long as you can have like the best mobility and the like, of course I want to keep that up as long and like your grandkids one day, if you have them, like you want to chase them around or like lay on the
and also, I mean, think about too, like I know you definitely want to have kids. Maybe, I don't know, but it's so nice. Like my parents were not gym people. They weren't so like I never was taught any of those things. I had to like figure it all out on my own, but like how nice to be able to like pass these habits down to your kids too, and to be able to teach them like how to take care of themselves and move their body and it's
really important. And I feel like growing up, like my mom, it was all about like going for walks, getting steps in. She'd be in Weight Watchers. Like we would do things like that. I think she went to LA Fitness because I remember getting dropped off at the kids center. But I was, she would do those things, and my dad was, and he's still like this, like, oh, let's go for a walk in the woods, and we would do that, and we would just be out. I mean, for who knows how long. Or he was a very active guy in like that way. He's like, no, come on, like let's get up and do this and stuff. So I feel like I had two different, I don't know, I was exposed to two different ways, I guess, of doing it. And I like both, for different things. But it is important for kids to see and like know that it's important to keep yourself going and healthy.
Yeah.
Part of health. I mean, it is part of health. Even if I never lose another pound, I want to feel like strong and good and capable of doing things. So.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of a little bit of like a random episode, sort of, but
It was a broad topic, I guess. But I could probably go on talking about it too. But I'd love to hear what people's thoughts are, especially just like with media and everything. I feel like I follow influencers and they're all about these workouts. I want to work out 6 times a day. Just the influence that has on people, or if you experienced, you know, busting your ass in the gym just because that's, just for the sake of losing 3 pounds or whatever.
yeah. It's true though. I feel like on social media though, a lot of what I see, I don't know, maybe it's just like who I tend to follow, but it's all like either fitness girls that have their booty cheek cupping tight shorts on that are in the gym constantly posting, and they're like really, really in shape, constantly posting gym everything, or like nothing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to talk about like we're just normal people in like normal looking bodies.
Yep. Very
And
much.
yeah, like we can still enjoy fitness or try to enjoy it and make it a part of our regular lives.
Yeah. And it's not like the aesthetic, like I do not have a single matching set just from Gymshark to wear at the gym. So it's like me in a big t-shirt, dripping sweat.
Mm-hmm.
If you should have seen my hair this morning, you would have thought I showered. I did not. I had to blow dry my sweaty hair and try to get to work on time. And that's as real as it gets.
Yeah. So. No, it's true. I always was the same way too. Like just the ugliest, most mismatched clothes, big baggy stuff. I only got like cuter workout clothes like more recently.
Yeah.
But
too, just to have the cute outfit is just like not who I am right now.
Yeah, I know. I only started feeling comfortable like more recently.
Yeah.
So, but
well, you guys, that'll be it for us.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next Friday with a new episode.
TTYL.